Well, we are in the city, so welcome to Brooklyn, urban beekeeping. Gonna go check out a new hive here. Ready? Let's go. Wave low to the Statue of Liberty. Here we are. This is a new 8-frame hive, different than a 10-frame Langstroth. And this is all new for me, and I thought maybe a little simpler on a rooftop. 10-frame, oh, it came disconnected. 10-frame hives are heavy, and it's weird, but just 2 frames less is more manageable for me. That's what I'm thinking. So I got an 8-frame hive, got some bees in here. This is a new styrofoam sugar feeder. Most of them I've had are made of wood or plastic, and the bees drown a lot. This one, it's this real simple plexiglass feeder. I'll link to that below, but it just seems like a better design. You don't want to leave your sugar feeder open because there's sugar in here, and we want to lift this worker out. So when you take the sugar feeder off, take the whole feeder off, don't take the top off, or else you're gonna, especially if there are other bees around, that's bad. It creates a robbing incident, and I've been through that, and it is not something you want to have happen. Let me turn this off. This is a new package I put in. The top box, or super it's called, is looking pretty good here. See how these bees kind of popping up and looking at us? They're checking us out. I'm not gonna smoke these bees. It's not a huge population. They're very calm. We're looking for the queen right now. We're gonna make sure she's been released from her cage. I always take an outside frame out first. You're outside, wow, look at all those bees. Always hold the frame over the hive. If the queen is on here and you accidentally knock her off, you want her to fall back into the hive. But I'm gonna give this just a quick eyeball. This is full of sugar syrup, which is what we've been feeding them. All right, so the queen is not on this frame, so I'm just gonna set this frame outside the box. So I'm gonna move a couple of these frames over. Again, I didn't smoke them, we're just being very gentle. Oh. Gravity. I need a better tripod, I know. I'm gonna hold it up to the sunlight, and I'm looking for eggs. So do you see those, they look like round worms in there. All right, so that shows that our queen has been released. Do you see there's a bee flying around me now? That's a guard bee. So I'm gonna close up this upper box. You wanna put these frames back in the same orientation and position. So the queen might be in this second box, so I wanna be very careful with this. I would put this off to the side, but the cover is covering the sugar feeder. So these bees are getting a little pushy. I'm gonna put on some gloves. All right, I'm just gonna have to move this thing off the hive. So I've got it placed just right there. So right here is my queen cage. And I know the queen has been released because we have eggs in there, but also I didn't bring my smoker, and I didn't think I would need to smoke this hive, but so I'm blowing on it. They've got some burr comb because I had a space in here. I had a space in here for the what's it called, the queen cage, and now they've got comb in here. You got to get that comb out of there because it messes up the hive. So that is burr comb because there was too big of a gap between the 2 frames. That gap being because I put the queen cage in here. So I'm gonna gently remove this. Also look, not very many bees in the lower boxes. They're in the top box. So I wanna move quickly because I'm pretty sure the queen is outside the hive. You also wanna make sure the queen isn't on here. That's burr comb. So I don't know if you can hear it, but they're making kind of a buzzy sound. Can you hear that? They're a little agitated. So I'm gonna do something a little different. I'm gonna flip these boxes because the bulk of the brood, the eggs are up here. I want them to go from the bottom to the top. So we're just gonna mess with nature here for 1 minute. This box is much heavier than the bottom box, so we're gonna do what's called a reverse. Not everyone agrees with this. If you ask 12 beekeepers a question, you'll get 13 answers. Slowly put the top one on and then pull it back. So this is a 1-to-1 sugar syrup. This hive has a low population. They've just started out. I have mainly drawn comb in here, but I want to feed them sugar syrup anyway. See, they're coming down, feeding, going back up. And I don't have any drowning in this feeder, which is unusual. You want to do this fairly quickly because if there's other bees around or your own bees are gonna zero right in on this and drown potentially. Bees full of sugar syrup are kind of a big mess. All right, at some point the big camera battery just died, or I don't know when it just died, so we're gonna shoot the rest of this with the GoPro. When you're filling the feeder, you don't have to pull the whole top off. Just back it off a little bit so there's like 1 inch of space. Pour your syrup in there. Smallest entrance size here. Strap the hive, and we're good to go. So let me know your questions, your thoughts. You want to spend more time with me? Should be a video floating right here.